We're gonna have to see.
Choose your
Oh,
character.
we're into the game. Why try gonna ban the Draven away from Chris Hansen?
Although he's had mixed results with it, suppose it's still good to keep him away from his main champion.
That and Lucian here are his two go-tos to be aggressive in lane. It would be interesting to see if those were both not in this game, what he would go with. Tristana being banned away. And the Lucian ban. Chris Hansen gonna have to show us a different AD carry this game.
Yeah, he's definitely not going Tristana either. So I don't know. I'd like to see something crazy out of him, maybe like an Ezreal or a Corki or something. But
I think Corki would fit what he likes to do, but he doesn't typically go with those skill shot champions. This is Draven Lucian show, not. And Pink Puff gonna ban away the Riven for Manslayer. We are denied the Manslayer.
Still just let Sliced go in vain again. Could see that.
Slice can also definitely go AD carry for his team.
Yeah, I doubt Purple Team's going to be afraid of the Yasuo, so they're probably just going to let that go through again.
Manslayer didn't have a great showing last game with Yasuo.
He is here to prove himself, so we'll see how it goes this time. But he might play Gnar or one of his other characters. Looks like he's Yasuo, or their team's banning Yasuo themselves. So
not going to see that champion this game. From either team. Pink Puff, the last ban for Purple Team. See what he goes with.
she, but yeah.
Oh, she. That is
I was on a team with her. So, I do recall she was a female.
Oh, Gnar is banned, so I know what's going to come here, guys. Why try? Come on, you know you want to. You know you want to, why try. There we go. We're going to see the why try Morgana. He's been begging and begging and begging to get that champion. He got first pick on blue team. Was not banned by purple team. He's going to get that Morgana. He's so loves and holds dearly to him.
So maybe that's why they were banning Yasuo, just so they didn't have to deal with that. But there's still Zed and a bunch of other champions. And I know D-Sliced is really good on Zed. I think that's one of his main champions. And Zed does really well against Morgana. So
that could easily be a Morgana mid from YHR. He was not afraid to take that in the mid lane. YHR sending me a smiley face. He's quite happy with that pickup. Emil hovered over Rumble. Played jungle last game, definitely not going jungle Rumble this game, unless he wants to rumble in the jungle. In which he did. I'd like to see that skin. It's only fitting. Pink Puff hovering over the Braum, very strong support pick. That's Kylaf and Manslayer up to bat for the picks. I got 50 seconds. Manslayer getting denied Riven and Gnar. Yasuo also banned, so might see a Shyvana. Oh, hover over Aatrox. Aatrox is a very strong top laner if played properly. I know I have insane trouble against that champion when put in the right hands.
yeah, I think Aatrox is pretty good into Rumble too, so this will be interesting. Something that you really wouldn't see in North America very much. Europe, maybe you'd see that matchup.
Yeah, Aatrox is pretty popular over in Europe. A lot of the LCS players like to pick him up. No, we're gonna see the Manslayer. We're gonna see the Manslayer Shyvana.
Yeah, just wants to go with something safe and tanky and just. It's still the carry champion in a lot of ways. Shyvana can really just make a huge presence in the game, especially with the teleport. She can make a lot of plays on Dragon and is probably not gonna lose top lane.
Matrix Burden hovering over Zed and Chris Hansen. Is he gonna show us the Doge? I don't think we will, unless he's gonna go Jungle Dog.
I could see it. I could see Chris Hansen go in the jungle and then putting D-Sliced on, ooh, maybe not.
Maybe Varus. Also say Kylef could be a jungle Gragas, could be a support Gragas. We'll have to see where he
True.
goes with that. Or someone else. Chris Hansen will bring out the Quinn. He's played Quinn before. It kind of fits his aggressive play style as Quinn to be quite aggressive. Mage Burden locks in that Zed. Switches over to Nasus. Will he go jungle Nasus? Yes, he will. Jungle Nasus it is. Saw Varan going with Graves. Showed his Graves off in the last game of the trial season. Did really well with that champion. Devin said,
He had
over Zach.
Yeah, he had a bit of a shaky start, but then he kind of pulled it through. Got a lot of really clutch combos off, and
Devin Senpai still hovering over Zach. Would be interesting. Poppy now hover. I don't know if that's what we're going to see here.
yeah, he played Xerath support last game, so I really
true.
wouldn't be surprised.
Would we actually make sense? Wouldn't be surprised actually if he does lock that in. Unconventional pick so far coming out from Devin Senpai. Oh, maybe a Nunu. He's gonna go with the Nunu. Very beefy front line from blue team here with the Gragas, Shyvana, and Nunu. It'll be interesting how that front line will be able to protect this Graves. And the Morgana also very frontliney. De-sliced. Maybe looking for an Ezreal pick here. Would be interesting. I haven't seen much Ezreal and Braum as a duo.
Yeah, into Graves, that would be fairly good.
It's safe. It's definitely safe.
Yeah, I mean with Gragas being probably support too. Yeah, that's
Oh, maybe going with Caitlyn instead.
even safer. And I think I actually do like Caitlyn a lot in that matchup, just because Graves' late game ability isn't so amazing either, just because he's really close range. He's gonna win a 1v1 with Caitlyn later, but he's not gonna have as much presence in a team fight. And then Caitlyn also is considered stronger early unless Graves is able to go all in, which is gonna be somewhat difficult with Braum. But so that'll be interesting to watch. But I do think Caitlyn has a better lane in that scenario.
We do have an interesting summoner choice from one of the players. It will be interesting to see if that gets locked in as we go into the spectator delay. But not going to spoil it for anyone who might be viewing at home. But we can see it, and I want to see it.
I forgot that was a summoner.
That's the way to put it. I let's see, because there is a little bit of delay. We don't get updates automatically.
And
is it locked in?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
And they have Rally. No, just kidding.
And it's Clairvoyance Nunu.
Yep. Not sure why that would be necessary, but
maybe trying to get some invades going off onto this Nasus. Trying to
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he really needs that though. Nunu's just kind of like inherently unstoppable when it comes to invading. He can just kind of like run in, nom everything, run out. If you come near him, he'll just snowball you and run away. But we'll see how it works out. I could see some potential like crazy stuff he's gonna pull off with it, or maybe just safety playing, I suppose, when he's invading.
It's been a long time till we've seen the Summoner spell in competitive play. Since Season 1, when they initially got a 10-second nerf, and going into Season 2, and also they removed the ability to really reduce the cooldown to the point where you could really follow the jungler with that. But now with the much safer cooldown, I'm not sure. We haven't really seen Clairvoyance ever again since.
Yeah, and the game has just evolved so much. So back then, it was really easy, or it was really difficult to tell where a jungler was, just because people didn't have enough game knowledge.
Yeah, vision control was not. Now? Yeah, vision control was not the same thing it was these days. There were a lot less wards being bought.
Yeah, and literally all the wards in the map were basically being bought by the support. So yeah, nowadays it's a little less viable just because of that. Regardless of the nerfs, I think even if they did revert all those, I think clairvoyance would still not be used. And also,
Especially
there's the blue trinket.
in bottom lane, it was also very much a sustained meta. Soraka and Sona were kind of queens of support, and it was really hard to get kills in that lane, even if you brought combat summoners. So you didn't see the same exhaust. You would see clairvoyance on the support. They would follow the jungler with that clairvoyance and really know where they were at all times. And
Yeah.
so we haven't seen clairvoyance really see a peak at all since then. You see it sometimes on some cheese with like Lux trying to get Lux ulties from long range and silly things like that, but you don't see it very much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Let's shift it away from that. We got some good, interesting lane matchups in this game. We got Shyvana and Rumble. Haven't seen that lane matchup in a while, pretty much since Season 3, because Rumble has kind of fallen out of favor at solo queue, and I feel not correctly so. We've seen him fall out of
I think
competitive...
even season 3, Shyvana was actually not really in play. Season 3,
That's
I think
true.
it was when she came out and like, I think we would have seen this matchup the most. And I think it goes in favor of back then. Now, I don't know.
Falfo's asking a nice question. When I get Blue Trinket, Clairvoyance has global range, whereas Blue
Yeah,
Trinket does not.
that's the only difference. But at the same time, he does have a point. What time are you gonna need the global range on it? Like if Nunu's really going for invades, he's gonna be near the area he's gonna be invading, obviously anyway. So
And also back during Season 1 where it was really strong was item builds weren't so obvious in the start of
yeah,
the game, so spotting out if the support was grabbing wards was actually a really relevant thing, if it was grabbing multiple consumable wards early.
yeah, I
So,
remember that little cheese thing where you clairvoyance the spawn at
you
the very
clairvoyance to
beginning of the
spawn at
game.
the very beginning to see where
Uh,
what they maybe even where they're running to. So for maybe checking out if they were invading. So
or Mundo mid, who knows?
yeah, it was a lot of things that clairvoyance did back then, but now things are pretty well defined now. So it's really hard. That 0 second in spawn clairvoyance not as strong as it used to be. As catching out people what they're buying for items not as strong anymore as it once was. And
Yeah, like
it was very strong.
there's just so much more game knowledge now that everyone basically shares, that everyone knows what to expect for the most part.
Yeah, most likely 80 carries are going to start Doran's Blade, mid laners are going to start Doran's Ring, junglers are going to start Machete, so there's not much of variance in starting items for most of the roles. And supports usually are going to start their support item plus potions. Maybe you'll see a consumable board. So, but back then you'd see crazy things like longsword start offensive jungler, or maybe they didn't start Cloth 5. Oh, they didn't start Cloth 5. Let's invade.
Yeah,
That was
Boots 3 or Dorans and No Pots.
Yeah, you could catch out a lot of information when starting
Yeah.
items are a lot more different. So, a little bit of game history there with clairvoyance for those who may not have been around to see it. So, and then we talked about the top lane a bit. I think the advantage is gonna start with Rumble. Rumble is gonna try to harass Shyvana in this top lane with his Flame Spitter. Try to get the early advantage. He's definitely gonna have to bully Shyvana, otherwise Shyvana will just outscale him. As far
And have
as
so much more. Rumble can kind of get turrets, but not just based off of wave clear, not really
Mhm.
damage. And then Shyvana can go around and roam, and could be scary.
in the mid lane we have Zed versus Morgana, and it's gonna be up to why I try to play safe in this lane and try to farm it
Yeah.
up with that W. I'm assuming he'll max W, as I think most mid Morganas choose to go.
Nowadays I think it's changed a bit because when Morgana's rework was done to make her W, now it deals damage based off of their missing health. Or
I think it's still at level 4 W. It still clears the wave, which is what it
yeah,
used
but
to
I
do.
think what they do now, or at least what I would do now, Q I think would be better to max first, and then just get a lot of AP, so you can use W, because Morgana's not really like super unsafe
Mhm.
once you have that wave clear. Like no matter what, you can really just go damage in that lane, and you'll probably be fine as long as like she doesn't get poked by Zed. like crazy, but that's probably not going to happen. So the thing that she does have to worry about though is that she's just going to get completely like outscaled probably. I mean, Morgana does do things in team fights, but it's going to be like she's going to like flash alt Zonias, and then people can get out of it because this is such a like highly mobile meta, and she's never going to be able to 1v1 Zed, and it's just I don't think that she's going to be super useful after that. But I think she can basically be safe in lane and just farm it up, and I think with level 1 W is enough as long as she gets like a needlessly large rod or something.
This is true. This could. That's an interesting way to think about it. I never thought of it that way.
I did do a little analysis with a player once who plays mid Morgana, so I think that's what he said about it.
Okay.
And then the thing why you get Q first is because if you do like hit it on someone, they're like automatically dead. Like there's nothing they can do about it. It does so much damage, and it's like 3 seconds of snares, just you're done. So.
Looks like Nunu did go for that spawn clairvoyance as it is on cooldown. Didn't get to see that.
Which, now no Rum went boots 4, which is weird, but, it probably doesn't make too much of a difference to the strategy of a blue team.
Oh, and Chris Hansen getting the blue trinket to counter the clairvoyance. Got his own clairvoyance.
Not sure if that's just a trolley thing or if that's meant to do something, but
he blue trinkets his own blue. Doesn't see anyone there.
30 seconds.
Now we're gonna see clairvoyance coming off cooldown just briefly, and we'll see where the clairvoyance goes.
I suppose it would be.
Oh, he's gonna spot out Chris Hansen, and it's a much bigger range than blue trinket. Also, guys. Spots out a couple people at the blue buff.
The thing about it is they're both visible, so they both know that, like, oh, well, we've been spotted by whatever trinket or clairvoyance, but
Minions have spawned.
Looks like he might still try to go for this smite steal potentially.
maybe just like a flash Q smite or something.
Doesn't have flash.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The clairvoyance.
Yeah, just with smite, I don't know about that.
Will he try to walk around? He's gonna have a clairvoyance in about 15 seconds.
That's not enough time.
Oh, he's gets spotted out.
They've been
Now their
spotted.
ward gets dropped.
Yeah, but purple doesn't know that there's only two there, so they were still a little reluctant to do anything there. But
Devin's investing a lot of time in trying to smite steal this.
yeah, so I think purple team in general in all three of their
Nunu
lanes.
smites it away.
Oh boy,
Chris
that
Hansen
is
not getting
unfortunate.
not getting the smite off. A lot of waste of time there. Nunu's gonna probably get a 3-buff start here. And with blue buff really gonna be easier to take his red buff. Yas is gonna fall pretty behind without that blue buff.
Yeah, Rumble took a lot of damage top lane just a second ago. Basically took a whole burnout from
Yeah, from Manslayer.
Jiv.
Hits 2 first. Manslayer follows suit pretty quickly.
And he does have 4 potions, so I mean he does kind of have an advantage if they go almost even in trades. Zed did get hit by Morg binding middle. It looks like he's DC. Yeah, that's yep.
Oh.
Zed DC'd, so
Oh,
that's
there's a pause coming through. Oh, reconnects. Gonna have to wait for him to get into this game.
Morgana was having good manners there. She didn't just kill him. She said ZDC in all chat while he's just sitting there. That was good sportsmanship.
Good sportsmanship for why I try.
That's why you should have him on your team if you want sportsman-like players. Of course, that might not mean much for one, but we can see if Why I Tried does really good in that aspect too.
We'll have to see. Oh, on pause as Zed reconnect.
It is at a pretty big disadvantage now from that. If he does get hit by another binding, he's dead. Definitely, so.
Manslayer clearing out the waves in top lane with the burnout. Rumble with his flame spitter. A lot of fire in this top lane.
Yeah, so I do think Rumble still has the advantage, even though he's taking
Rumble
a decent
goes
amount.
in to Overheat. Try to get some damage on the Manslayer. Both going very low.
Yeah, Shyvana taking a lot of minion damage there. And Rumble still has another, what, 2 health potions after the one he's using right now?
Manslayer looking like he's going to try to take advantage of this teleport advantage. Might be looking to go back, get some items. Nunu's coming in though.
Ooh.
The snowball gonna hit him, but Rumble gets back to his turret. Flash wave for
Ooh.
Manslayer. 8 at Ignite, so flash for Ignite there. Manslayer gonna have to head back to base. He's gonna use his teleport to get back to lane. D-Slice pretty low in his bottom lane.
Yeah, bottom lane's doing a really good job on blue side on just like putting up a lot of aggression, not letting Caitlyn push in the lane, and just going all in over and over and over again.
Kylaf though out of mana after spamming out those barrels, so it's gonna be a while before he can really make an impact. Buckshot lands onto Caitlyn, only 1 bullet though. Nunu coming back for a regank.
Looks like he's gonna go down here.
Red
Well,
buff ticking.
maybe the flash.
W gonna speed him
Oh.
up. The ease, the flame breath not gonna hit onto Rumble. Rumble will live, not even having to burn flash.
That is really good for Rumble.
We'll lose a lot of CS to the turret though. Nasus is gonna be here to take it, and that should be helpful for Nasus having lost his blue buff. Allows him to get some farm, some lane farm, which will really help him catch back up, and lane experience. D-Slice, getting saved by the minion. Gonna take him down, ease away for the safety. Clairvoyance from Nunu, so that's nothing.
So blue team is making a lot of really good moves, but I think...
Oh, D-Slice going really low. The odds are not enough to take him down. He's gonna have to go back to base now. Nasus with the red buff slowing Manslayer, goes really low though, so has to walk away. Meal getting back in the lane with his Rumble. Missed a bit of time in the lane, but picks up a couple wards. Why tries bind Zed before he can actually get some more damage down on him.
So let's see what he is doing for the mid Morgana. It looks like he is maxing W first. So we are seeing that sort of wave clear emphasis. Maybe he's going to go like Roa first and go for a more better team fight ability, or maybe he'll still just rush Zonias.
Could still rush Zonias because he doesn't get the Zed. At least the Seeker's Arm Guard would be helpful for him.
Looks like Nunu's coming mid real quick. Oh, Zed does get out. Rumble is putting a lot of pressure in this top lane.
Zed wandering around mid lane, comes back into it. Bind misses onto Zed. Y tries very far from his turret. Has no mana, has to burn flash. Flash in from Zed, and the E will take him down. First blood over to Zed. A little bit of a unfortunate circumstance for Y a little too far up in the lane.
And he does go Catalyst, so he's going Roa.
Going Rod of Ages. Devin said probably gonna clear out a ward that he just walked on. Rumble going in, not afraid of this Nunu. Gonna slow him down. Nunu gonna walk away.
So yeah, he's really afraid of Zed's assassin potential right now. So I guess in this scenario, it would be better for him to go W first, just so he can stay a little safer and not have
back
to.
in this lane. Gonna throw a snowball, but just walks away.
There's so much pressure going top lane, and Rumble's just not even flinching at any of it. He's just taking it and...
Why try ulting onto Nasus? Nasus burning Ghost. He's
could be
going
down.
with the binding
Nope,
and
he
puddle.
is down.
He goes down. The Doga goes down.
People kind of tend to underestimate Morgana's ability just to be really annoying with that unstoppable...
Oh, Sovereign goes in and hits a
he's
great
doing
buckshot
really
on
nice
onto
mechanics
Caitlyn.
here.
The stun goes on to D-Slice. Heal has to get popped to get away. Exhaust as well. Not sure if that was necessary, but keeps D-Slice alive. But D-Slice really low at this bottom lane. Manslayer comes back and only ults onto Rumble. Oh, Zed going into Morgana. Morgana going low. The Death Mark
They're taking a
talks,
lot
not
of
to take her down.
turret shots.
Stun lands onto Pink Puff. Not going to get it onto D-Sliced. Sovereign pressuring this Caitlyn back. Caitlyn with the pickaxe to Graves' BF sword. Big disadvantage there.
Yeah, from that early CS advantage they got from being so aggressive.
Spine lands onto Zed. The snowball goes down. Try can't get close to Zed. Zed could take him down. Rumble goes down to Shyvana in this top lane. Another snowball lands. The puddle goes down, but does not enough to take down Zed. Nunu's gonna chase. The snowball takes him down. Manslayer taking the kill in the top lane. Missed that. Trying to watch the gank in mid lane.
I saw it, so I'll.
Sovereign goes down. Was taking some. It took some damage. I don't know where all that damage came on him. But Pink Buff will take up the kill.
Anywho, so what happened top lane is Rumble was out farming minions a little bit, and Manslayer just like went all in on him. Burnout was doing insane amounts of damage. I think just kind of came out of nowhere. I'm not quite sure why he was able to do that much when before it seemed like he was barely hurting Rumble. Maybe he just went back or something, but.
Double long sword from Graves. So picked up the BF sword for, I guess, lane power. Shyvana going in onto Rumble again. Rumble is just not having a good time now in this top lane. Top lane turret almost got down too. Yeah, Manslayer really putting the pressure onto Emil in this top lane. Gonna go in for a EQ. Chucking Rumble to only 200 HP, but Manslayer at 500. But he has the Vamp Scepter and Doran's Blade to sustain him.
Yeah, we do see NASA's coming up top. And there is no ward, so this looks like Manslayer is probably going to go down here.
Nunu, teleport from Manslayer to the turret. Gonna get him out alive. Well played by Manslayer, juke into that bush. No hard CC coming from either of these members of red team, so he'll live. Rumble, though, gonna push up this wave. Manslayer gonna miss a little bit of creeps, but should be good act for most of this wave.
So Manslayer came back from that early deficit really strong. Now he's almost.
Nunu getting spotted out in the jungle. Had to leave the red buff. He was trying to steal. Went back for it, but Nasus spotted him doing it. Gonna try to back in enemy territory. Sovereign going low in the bottom lane, but the ultimate is enough to take down Caitlyn. Now working on to Braum. Braum going low. 2 hits from Dead. One more takes him down. Double kill to Sovereign.
Yeah, Caitlyn was just a little too optimistic.
Manslayer coming in onto Rumble. Rumble going really low. The slows are going to be enough to get him away with the flash. Manslayer making plays in the top lane with the Shyvana. And now blue bottom lane going to try to push down this turret. Gonna go down.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
1,500
Rumble,
gold
I
lead.
think, needs to get some armor here. Yes, just taking way too much damage way too quickly. He's going for the haunting guys, but I don't know.
He might even need magic resist with the burnout, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty hard for him to itemize against this Shyvana, as he really wants to get the magic pen, but to bully her. But he's getting bullied back. He just can't handle it. The slice goes back, picks up Berserker Greaves. Not sure if I agree too much with Berserker Greaves this early. Gonna really be trying to rely on those headshots to really deal the damage. Devin Senpai clears that award. Another one is placed. Sovereign dueling Caitlyn. Doing well in that fight. Wither goes down. Oh, Sovereign going low. He has to run away. Walmart put the reason where to take him down. But there's a fight going on. Oh, Sovereign goes down to a tilt over Peacemaker. Kalaf gonna go low. He goes down for a double kill. Another stun on a Devin Senpai from Braum. Down goes Senpai, triple kill. Manslayer going low in the top lane. Zed picks up a kill on them. A lot of action. Red buff goes on to YA Try. Lets him go, though.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get baited into that. He knew that was there and that Morgana would have just ulted right after. It would have been dead.
Now she's slowed again from the red buff. She's gonna get back to her turret, so she'll be safe.
Slice gets hit by a binding, he's dead though, so he has to be really careful.
Comes to mid lane, helps push it out. Gonna go back to base. So that triple kill really gonna help D-Slice. He was pretty behind against this Graves into this bottom lane, but really just trying to fight tooth and nail to get back into this lane. Gonna pick up Wraiths, see how short he is. He's just short of BF Sword, so the Wraiths will get him to it. Yeah, gonna pick up BF Sword now.
Yeah, he kind of faked out the Graves there. Kind of made it look like he just totally forgot about Graves and he was going to go all in on this team fight. So Graves kind of peeked his head out a little and he's just like, nope, built over Peacemaker to finish the deal. So
And through all this action, we are very even here. 100 gold lead right now. Not even, the blue team.
yeah.
And most of that being in CS, as they are down 2 kills. And blue team looking to start this dragon. Oh, why try? Lands up biting onto Zed. Ignite going down. Flash it, but the Ignite will take him down. And during Dragon, Pink Buff gets an ult. He's going to go low. Sovereign going to help take down him. Morgana picking up the kill, but Sovereign goes down to the Caitlyn ults. Caitlyn doing lots of damage. The red buff, the ult from Nunu not going to be enough. She goes down. The Gragas ulti comes through. The flash is the binding. Now she's going to go in on Kylaf. Kylaf gets the red buff on her. Slice is chasing. Getting Murados off, the red buff is going on. The teleport from Manslayer, though, gonna pinch these sliced off. Manslayer, does he have ultimate? He doesn't. It's almost up, though. 6 more stacks. 5 more stacks. It's Slice going into the Kylaf. Kylaf going low. The red buff's not enough. He has to heal. Why? I tried going low. Manslayer's got his ultimate. He's gonna go in. He's gonna get the kill. Shut down. Over to Manslayer.
Ooh.
Was preventing the Slice from eating over the wall. As he would die to Manslayer, and just waiting for that ultimate, picks up the kill. Rumble, though, in the meantime, pushing up this top lane. Zed ulted onto Shyvana. Shyvana have to run away. Shyvana gonna return this with the red buff. Will she do it? Yes, she will. His Ignite is sticking. Will she go down? No, she won't.
Yeah, the thing that really set that off was Morgana getting that free kill on Zed, and that's just really the power of the Season 2 mid laners, is their ability to punish really hard when you don't have vision. If you get caught out by like a cat, a Nivea, Morgana, you'll just die if you come into a bush that you can't see. So, really well there.
And I mentioned you missed it. Who ended up picking up the dragon? Was that blue team?
I think it was. Let me look. It was blue team.
Blue team.
Nunu got it.
Nunu got the dragon. So the blue team ends up picking up that dragon. And plenty of kills in there. I believe everyone went down in that fight except for Rumble. Snowball on to Nasus. Nasus withering. Nunu gonna laugh away. The Slice landing a nice EQ combo onto Sovereign, going low. Sovereign gonna buckshot all those minions, clear them out.
This is the part of the game where Caitlyn starts to be better than Graves. Caitlyn's usually not an AD
ulting
carry
in there. He's got red buff. He's slowing Rumble. Rumble with the equalizer, trying to keep wide distance. He's gonna be able to slow Manslayer. Manslayer not gonna be able to dive the second turret. He's gonna have to back off. Rumble gets out there with his life. Blue Train gets spots out Nunu to try and take the red buff. Oh, binding over on the wall over to the Zed. Roots him down. Sovereign burning ultimate to clear the wave. No man on Sovereign. Mid lane Zed is really low. Probably gonna have to go back.
Yeah, Morgana is about 1,000 gold away from Zhonya's, and she's gonna be really scary for a bit in team fights. Just because the red team really hasn't ramped up enough to deal with that.
Nunu getting pinched here. Wither going down. Snowball onto Nasus. The winner's bite. Well, the stun goes off. He goes low, and he slices pick up the kill. Man, Chris Hansen trying to go in onto Kylaf. Goes on the binding, chunks him really low. Imagine if Morgana had maybe got the puddle down. The tormented soil might have been able to take her down, make it down. Rumble going to half in a little skirmish with Shyvana. Trying to fend her off. Shyvana has ultimate now. She has no armor, but she still has.
She has Negatron.
Has Negatron, so has the potential to dive him here. If Rumble is, the binding lands, the puddle goes down, the ignite hits, and down goes Zed. That's the power of mid Morgana. Red buff steal for Sovereign.
Yeah, Zed is playing a little too unsafe.
Really not respecting the damage that Morgana has. as she has the Rod of Ages stacking, and the Neil's Darkrod. The Rumble ulti not going to be enough to stop the Dragon from taking down Rumble. Manslayer forward 137 CS, really having a good showing in this game, much better than his previous Yasuo game. Definitely a little more comfortable on Shyvana, and the Clairvoyance spots Nasus running away.
Yeah, I don't think Manslayer's won on Yasuo yet, as I know. And that's not, completely his fault. He did do a pretty good showing some of the other games he's played, but definitely I think Shyvana is stronger for him.
Yeah, Manslayer's been a Shyvana player since the release. As well as Riven, he's really shown with how well he has mastered those two champions. And now with the release of Gnar really kind of fighting his third champion, so he's got to find that fourth champion though. It's still working on it, I think. As far as top
in case they put 3 bans into him.
Yeah, he needs to find that fourth champion that really needs to punish people for not banning. Brave starting to get some really good wave play with the buckshot. Red buff Caitlyn means a lot of hurt, but also red buff Graves means a lot of hurt right back. Pink Puff going in, lands the winner's bite, gets stunned up by Gragas. Nasus is incoming, but not going to be able to close the gap. Rumble going in into Y, removes the spell shield, gets the stun him. Zed gets the ult and flashes on the other side. Goes back to his real shadow. Not sure what that was.
A bit misplayed.
Headshot crit lands onto Graves, chunking him really low. The bullet goes over to Gragas. The Caitlyn bullet. Bind lands on the Chris Hansen. There's 3 members of the red team in this mid lane. Manslayer pushing down top, trying to get this top turret down. Willing to trade that mid outer for the top inner. Hammering away with that Blade of the Ruined King. Graves in the bottom lane still laning at 20 minutes. Interesting.
Yeah, Morgana has really good wave clear, but the thing is, her pool doesn't slow or do anything like that, so minions just kind of walk.
Smites away the blue buff.
Oh boy.
That's the second time it's happened, and Dragon is up. Nunu has the Sight Stone.
I don't think Red can answer this.
Goes
quickly.
from Chris Hansen. Not sure what this is for. He's going in onto Kylaf. Not going to get much damage down on him. Nunu's starting the Dragon now. Start throwing snowballs. His bottom lane Graves is really separated from this 3 members of red team between Graves and the Dragon. And there's 2 more members of red team tunneling in. The equalizer lands out of 2 of them. Devin Senpai going low. The Nunu ult doesn't even go off. Shyvana teleports in. Rumble's going to go down. Kylaf going to go down on the Gragas. Now Zed ults. Zed is going to go down. Now Shyvana. Oh, 3 of them back. The Death Mark takes her down. Shyvana and Graves will take down Caitlyn. Now they're going in onto Braum. Braum is going to go down. Braum needs to get out. The heal is popped to keep him safe. The Nasus is trying to get him, takes him down. Shyvana is the last man standing with the quadra kill. Ace for blue team. Shyvana, the king of the hill.
That was still really good for red team to kind of try to make a comeback there, while blue team was pretty out of position. But
that was an incredibly, red team had the incredible advantage of having all 5 members there at the start of the fight. They landed a really good Rumble ulti onto 2 members. Picked off Nunu before Manslayer was even able to get there, and Sovereign was walking up through the jungle to make sure he was safe. And they were able to turn that into an ace. So, for what a terrible situation that was for potentially for blue team, able to come out on top.
Yeah, Manslayer is just so big right now. There's not a lot to do about that. Shyvana is not an easy champion to shut down once she's ahead, so.
She's going to start getting tanky. She's got the Negatron Cloak, enough for the magic damage of Rumble. Probably going to pick up the Randuin's or Sunfire Cape next. That's going to be a tanky Shyvana. Going to be hard to deal with. I tried desperately to get this blue buff. Morgana not the best blue buff taker.
Definitely not. Although
Caitlyn
she does
getting
have
lots
the
of crits
steal.
onto Sovereign. The Q goes up, but the burst from Graves takes her down. Nunu coming in. Gonna be able to speed up this Graves with the Blood Boil. The stun lands from Kylaf. The snowball goes down. They're gonna chase Pink Puff, but Graves choosing not to chase, as he doesn't have vision of the enemy champions coming down. Kylaf tries to let the stun. Not gonna land. Why I try gonna
And,
clear a pink ward in mid-river.
I don't think Nunu blood boiled until like the very end there either, so.
Shyvana going low. There's 2 members on her. Manslayer they're really trying to shut down the Manslayer. Flash plus Shyvana will keep them safe though. And Manslayer has 3,000 gold in the bank. He needs to go back and spend that money. He should not be that far up with $3,000, 3,000 gold in his pocket. But
Yeah, and Graves actually won that fight there because of a smoke screen stopping Caitlyn from doing an auto attack, the last auto attack on him. So that was really, really close.
Graves picking up the red buff for blue team. Nunu not really needing it now that his snowballs are starting to get maxed out.
Yep.
Now level 2 ulti, gonna have to respect the ult for Nunu ult damage now.
Yeah, blue has a lot of presence in bushes if red doesn't ward them. So with Morgana and Nunu,
Gragas.
you're gonna get destroyed.
Oh, and
Oh, boy.
Matrix birding getting hit by a binding, and the burst combo from Graves will take him down. And this mid turn is being pressured now, and it will go down. Blue team starting to extend their lead.
Has been destroyed.
Binding lands on the Rumble. Nothing gonna come from that. Red team clearing out these waves. Manslayer is still splitting up top. Teleport is down. About a minute 15 till that teleport is up. Rumble landing some key slows to keep blue team at bay. Manslayer trying to group with his team now. This is dangerous. He's got random ones. He's working on a Spirit Visage. And he's got that finished Blade of the Rune King, so that is a dangerous Manslayer if he chooses to dive into the middle of this team. And he's got the support of Morgana and Nunu for added CC. This could be dangerous for red team coming up here in the next team fight. Dragon is up in a minute 45. Likely the next objective to fight over. D-Slice dueling Sovereign in the bottom lane. Sovereign barely getting out of there alive.
I think purple team really needs this, and Dragon's not up for another minute and a half. Could try to maybe cheese some turrets in here and there.
Looks like blue team might decide to fight over this blue buff. They have vision of it. They have vision of the red team's jungle. They have 4 strong in this lane.
Chris Hansen yelling out in all chat, "I want blue."
He wants his blue. Kaylin helping him with it. The bind not gonna take it down. Where's Hansen will
Hope
get
he
the blue buff.
finally gets one. He'll be happy with that.
So no real fight over the blue buff. Just an attempt
Oh,
at steal.
looks like Caitlyn and Manslayer
Manslayer gonna get isolated with this. Caitlyn will step on the trap though. Manslayer not gonna be able to take the kill. Chris Hansen though, withering Sovereign going low in this mid lane. Crits are going down. Chris Hansen goes down in the mid lane. That was a pick off that blue team got. They almost got Caitlyn. They might be looking for inhibitor, maybe Baron with the spike down. We'll have to see where they choose to go. Looks like mid lane. Crit lands on a Rumble. 200 damage going down.
I think they can definitely get this inhib here if they play this right. As long as Rumble doesn't get like some
got
amazing
snared.
ult on them.
Gragasberg goes down. Zed goes in onto Graves and not going to be able to get enough damage before getting bursted down. The ultimate from Caitlyn actually chunks Sovereign down really low. He goes over the wall. It's healing through lifesteal. Goes down to Caitlyn. Caitlyn throwing really low. She's going to go down to Manslayer. Legendary Shyvana. Now they're going to easily be able to take this turret. 3 members of red team down, and Braum having to lick his wounds, go back to the fountain to heal. That's an inhibitor turret for blue team. They've cracked the base.
Chris Hansen does have over 400 stacks, but they are definitely low enough for him to even remotely kill any of them.
He withers off on Gragas, tries to go in onto Manslayer, chooses Devon Senpai as his target. But Devon Senpai is way too fast for him to catch up. The E's
Gragas says no mana.
Gragas having to flash away. Will he get out of here? The flash for pick up and the flash in from Zed takes him down. Now why? Try gets exhausted. The Winter's Bite lands onto him. One more on him. 2 more. He goes stunned. He's gonna go down to Nasus.
I think they need to Baron right now.
Yep,
I think.
yeah, they're pinging it. Caitlyn, though, is in this bottom and she needs to hurry up and push this wave and run over
Yeah,
the Baron.
Nunu is really low and not expecting it. This would be amazing if they can get a free Baron right here.
Nasus has the 438 stacks that he's been stacking up in his jungle. With Zed, they probably can be able to take this. These Slice are going to choose to do the Graves. Graves getting a crit. The Clairvoyant spots this out. The ultimate from Caitlyn deals good damage to Graves. But it's a 4-man Baron right now. Devin Senpai really low. Matrix Bird jumps over the wall though. Not gonna get it. Manslayer comes in. He's doing lots of damage in the AoE. Sauveron bursts him down, gets Braum. Sauveron goes down. Manslayer takes on Rumble. Devin Senpai gets out of there with his life. Manslayer now focusing his attention down over to Zed. He gets slowed by the Zed Shadow. Still trying to pursue. He flashes in the port. The Blade of the Root Kick slow and speed up not enough as the Caitlyn 90 caliber net slows him down. Now blue team might have a great position on this Baron as red team need to clear out the super minions coming down mid, and they're down a man. They're down 3 men.
I think Caitlyn was trying to keep Graves mid to stop him from trying to do anything, but I think the right decision there would have just been help the team do Baron, because they would have gotten it in time if she had just went. And blue team didn't have vision until that Nunu Clairvoyance came in, so that was a bit of a misplay on Caitlyn's part that cost them the Baron.
Now, yeah, blue team will take it, uncontested. And now with an 7k gold lead, they might be looking to push down other lanes and trying to end this game.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard from purple team to come back with no objectives to gain a gold lead back from, and they are definitely not going to win a team fight with these comp.
Especially, a Thorn Mail now from Shyvana. That's going to be really hard for Caitlyn and Zed to really deal with her. And Caitlyn not going to be able to really... Still doesn't have a Last Whisper, choosing to pick up a Chainmail. Might be looking for Guardian's Angel. So, there's so much armor Shyvana, I don't think the mostly physical damage of red team is going to be able to take him down. And Rumble is starting to fall off now, it feels, as he doesn't have the items to really support damage. Blue team going to pick up a dragon. Dragon goes down.
Unless blue team can stall this game out for another 20 minutes, I don't think they have any chance of coming back. Or purple team.
Yeah, they need Caitlyn to get to Last Whisper at the least, I would say.
Yeah, and I mean, Chris Hansen has a decent amount of stacks. What is he at now? 4-7. That's not where he needs to be really dominating these fights. Zed, when you're behind, is just not super useful in team fights.
Yeah, Zed only has 2 items at this point in the game. A little bit behind all the other damage dealers. Graves with a Ghost Blade trying to take down Caitlyn. Not going to be able to. Goes really low, though. One more auto attack would have taken her down.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Sauveron getting with it. Oh, Manslayer going and dealing lots of damage to Nasus. Nasus going pretty low. Rumble getting snowballed. He's going to go down to Gragas. The team fight has begun. Manslayer dives into the back line. Gonna try to take out Chris Hansen. He's withered. Maya takes out Zed in the back line. Shyvana takes out Nasus. Now Pink Puff hit by a bind. He's going to go down. Oh, he gets away with stand behind me. D-Slice trying to run for his life. Graves flashes in there, gets an auto attack. One more will take down Caitlyn, and that's the ace. And that could easily be the game for the blue team. 20-second death timers coming out.
That is definitely the game here.
Manslayer just diving into the backlines, living for so long with low HP. No one able to take down the surrender vote for red team. That signals the game. Well played by all. Nuno giving some last laughs in.
And although Manslayer did do extremely well, and he definitely had the biggest impact on the game, Morgana also did a really good job, even though I was kind of saying that she's probably not going to be as effective late game as Zed would be. But just the fact that blue team was ahead, Morgana's really scary in those situations when you're seizing a turret, because just getting one binding just basically gets free kills at that point. So, yeah.